My beloved child, come close and quiet your heart. I am not calling you with noise that frightens your spirit. I am not trying to shake you with signs that everyone around you can see. I am speaking in the hidden place, in the quiet chamber, where your soul begins to notice that something inside you is changing. There is a light I placed within you. It is not a light you created by effort. It is not a light you earned by being perfect. It is not a light that depends on your feelings being strong every day. It is my light planted within you by love, guarded by my mercy, and stirred by my spirit when the appointed time begins to move. You may be living through an ordinary day, doing ordinary things, when suddenly your heart becomes still. Nothing dramatic happens outside. No thunder shakes the sky. No visible door swings open. No one around you understands why your thoughts have paused. Yet deep within you sense a gentle shift, as though an unseen hand has touched the surface of your soul. Do not dismiss that moment. Do not call it nothing. Do not rush past it, because the world around you keeps moving. My child, that quiet awareness is often how I begin. I do not always announce a new season with noise. Sometimes I light a small lamp inside you before anything outside changes. Sometimes I awaken a holy sensitivity before I rearrange your path. Sometimes I let your spirit feel the first movement of heaven before your eyes see any evidence. The wind moves where it will. You may hear its sound, yet you do not control where it comes from or where it goes. So it is with the movement of my spirit. You cannot manage it with human strength. You cannot reduce it to a schedule. You can only become still enough to recognize when I am passing through the deeper rooms of your life. Beloved, the light within you is not imagination. It is not random emotion. It is not merely a passing mood. There are moments when my presence touches you so gently that the natural mind tries to explain it away. But your spirit knows. Your spirit senses that the familiar no longer feels entirely familiar. Old places feel different. Old conversations feel thinner. Old distractions do not satisfy the same way. This is not confusion. It is awakening. I am not pulling you into disorder. I am drawing you into awareness. I am not making you unstable. I am making you sensitive. I am not taking life from you. I am removing what has kept you from perceiving the life I am bringing. Do you remember Elijah on the mountain? He looked for me in the powerful wind, in the shaking earth, and in the fire, yet I revealed myself in the gentle whisper. This is still how I speak to the heart that belongs to me. I do not need to compete with the noise of the world. My whisper carries more authority than all the voices that try to scatter you. So listen for the whisper. Listen beneath the rushing thoughts. Listen beneath the fear that asks for immediate answers. Listen beneath the pressure to understand everything at once. The light I placed within you will help you recognize what your natural eyes cannot yet see. It will not always show you the entire road. It may only show the next step. It may only give you a quiet sense that you must slow down, wait, release, pray, or pay attention. Do not despise small light. A small lamp can save a traveler from stepping into the wrong path at night. There are signs I place inside you before I move things around you. I may allow a phrase to remain in your mind. I may allow one scripture to touch you more deeply than before. I may allow a sudden peace to settle where anxiety had been speaking. I may allow a holy unrest to rise when you are standing near something that no longer belongs to your future. These are not accidents. They are not games. They are not traps meant to make you afraid of missing me. They are invitations into deeper awareness. My child, I know how to lead you. I know how to get your attention without crushing your peace. I know how to place light on the inside before the outside becomes clear. You are not responsible to force signs into existence. You are responsible to keep your heart soft before me. A hard heart demands proof. A fearful heart chases noise. A soft heart recognizes the gentle movement of my hand. This is why I am teaching you stillness. Stillness is not emptiness. It is the room where your soul becomes quiet enough to perceive me. When your heart is crowded with hurry, every small signal becomes buried. When your mind is filled with fear, even my peace can feel distant. But when you come near, breathe surrender and say, Father, I am listening. The light within you begins to glow more clearly. Beloved, do not be afraid of what is changing inside you. The old season may feel less comfortable because I am loosening its hold. The old patterns may feel heavier because I am showing you they cannot carry your future. The old ways of thinking may no longer fit because I am renewing your mind for the path ahead. This light is not given to make you proud. It is not given so you can feel above others. It is given so you can walk in alignment with me. The more clearly you perceive my light, the more humbly you must walk. True spiritual sight does not make the soul loud. It makes the soul reverent. So guard this beginning. Do not run from it. Do not exaggerate it. Do not ignore it. Bring it to me in prayer. Ask me to confirm what is mind quiet, what is only fear, and remove what is only imagination. I will teach you. I will refine you. I will lead you with patience. The light I placed within you is beginning to rise. It may feel small now, but small light in my hands can become a steady guide. Stay close, my child. As you remain in me, that light will breathe through you, and you will begin to understand how to live from my presence, not from the noise around you, with quiet courage and trusting surrender. My beloved child, remain close to me. In the last quiet movement, I showed you the light I placed within you. It began as a small awareness, a gentle stirring, a hidden lamp awakening in the rooms of your soul. Now I want you to understand how that light continues. Abide in me and let my light breathe through you. Do not try to force it. Do not try to display it. Do not turn it into a burden you must carry by your own strength. My light was never meant to become another pressure upon your life. It was meant to become breath, presence, warmth, and guidance. It was meant to flow through you as naturally as a branch receives life from the vine. When the branch remains connected, fruit comes in season. The branch does not strain to prove it is alive. It simply remains, receives, and bears what the vine supplies. So remain in me. Remain when your feelings are bright. Remain when your emotions are quiet. Remain when you understand the path. Remain when all you can do is trust the next breath. Beloved, many of my children recognize a first stirring of light, but then they run ahead of me. They sense something changing, and immediately they try to explain it, announce it, control it, or turn it into a plan. But the light within you grows best in communion, not in hurry. It becomes steady in nearness, not in performance. I am not asking you to become impressive. I am asking you to become available. There is a difference. An impressive soul wants to be seen as spiritual. An available soul wants to be held by me. An impressive soul speaks quickly. An available soul listens deeply. An impressive soul tries to prove the light is real. An available soul lets the light quietly shape its thoughts, words, choices, and desires. My child, let my light breathe through you first in hidden ways. Let it soften the way you respond when someone misunderstands you. Let it slow your thoughts when anxiety wants to rush. Let it show you when a conversation is draining life from your spirit. Let it teach you when to speak and when to remain silent. Let it make you tender without making you weak, discerning without making you proud, peaceful without making you passive. This is how my light begins to breathe through a life. Not always through public moments. Not always through dramatic actions. Often through the unseen decisions that no one praises. A gentle answer, a quiet refusal to return to an old pattern, a prayer whispered before reacting, a choice to rest because your soul belongs to me. My beloved child, the world teaches you to shine by being noticed. I teach you to shine by remaining connected. The world says light is influence, appearance, and achievement. I say light is life flowing from me into you, and from you into the spaces I send you. If you seek attention more than communion, the light becomes mixed with striving. But if you seek me, the light becomes pure, gentle, and strong. Remember Moses when he came down from the mountain. His face carried a radiance he did not manufacture. He had been with me. The glow was not created by self-effort. It came from encounter. It came from presence. It came from remaining before me until what was upon me began to mark him. So it will be with you. The light that lasts is not performed. It is received. It is carried by those who return to me again and again. This is why abiding matters. If you move away from my presence, the light in you may become clouded by fear, anger, comparison, or exhaustion. I will not abandon you, but you may begin to confuse your own reaction with my guidance. You may mistake urgency for obedience, heaviness for responsibility, or emotion for revelation. Abiding keeps the current clear. Come back to me. Come back because I am your home. Let prayer become the doorway where your soul breathes again. Let my word become the window that lets truth into the room. Let silence become the place where you stop performing and begin receiving. Let worship become the oil that keeps the lamp from drying out. You do not need complicated rituals to abide in me. Begin with honesty. Father, I am here. Father, I need you. Father, show me what is real. Father, quiet what is fear. Father, breathe your light through me today. Simple prayers open deep places. My child, my light will not always make you feel powerful. Sometimes it will make you humble. Sometimes it will show you where pride has been hiding. Sometimes it will reveal where fear has been making decisions. Sometimes it will uncover attachments you thought were love habits you thought were harmless, and ambitions you thought were pure. Do not be afraid of this. Light does not expose to shame you. Light exposes to heal you. When I reveal something, I am inviting you into freedom. When I correct something, I am protecting your future. When I remove something, I am making space for life. Abide in me when my light comforts you, and abide in me when my light corrects you. Both are love. Both are mercy. Both are part of my work within you. Beloved, you will begin to notice that as you remain in me, your inner atmosphere changes. You will not react as quickly to old triggers. You will not chase every open door. You will not fear every closed one. You will sense when peace is leading and when pressure is pushing. You will begin to recognize the difference between a divine invitation and a human demand. This is not because you have become perfect. It is because you are remaining close enough to hear. The more you abide, the more my light becomes steady in you. It becomes a lamp in your decisions, a warmth in your speech, a clarity in your discernment, a quiet strength beneath your patience, a holy resistance against what used to pull you backward. Let it breathe through you, my child. Let it move through your kindness. Let it shine through your restraint. Let it guide your yes and your no. Let it make your life a quiet place where others can sense that I am near. Do not worry about becoming bright enough. Stay close to the source. A lamp does not fill itself. A river does not create its own spring. A branch does not invent its own sap. Everything living receives. So receive from me. Stay where my voice can reach you. Stay where my peace can settle you. Stay where my truth can reshape you. And as you abide, my light will not remain trapped inside hidden chambers. It will begin to breathe through you. It will prepare you for the next part of the journey, because a light that breathes through you must also be guarded with wisdom. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will teach you how to guard the lamp burning in your soul. My beloved child, stay near to me, because the light I breathe through you must also be guarded. In the last movement, I taught you to abide, to remain connected, to receive instead of striving. Now I want you to understand this clearly. Guard the lamp burning in your soul. Do not treat this inner light carelessly. Do not expose it to every wind. Do not let the noise of the world blow against what I am quietly forming within you. My child, a lamp can be real and still require protection. A flame can be given by me and still need shelter. This does not mean my light is weak. What is precious must be guarded with reverence. What is holy must not be thrown into every atmosphere without discernment. The lamp within you burns in the hidden place of your awareness. It helps you sense when I am moving. It helps you recognize when peace is leading and when pressure is pushing. It helps you notice weight in a room, warning in a conversation, or invitation through one simple word. But if your inner life becomes crowded with noise, that lamp can feel dim to you. I am not distant when that happens. The lamp has not vanished, but your attention has become covered. There are distractions that do not look dangerous at first. Endless voices, constant comparison, heavy conversations, rushed decisions, the need to explain yourself to everyone, the habit of letting every emotion become a command. These things gather like dust around the glass of the lamp. The flame may still burn, but the light no longer shines clearly through. So I say to you, guard the lamp. Guard it through stillness. Guard it through prayer. Guard it through truth. Guard it through the careful choosing of what you allow to enter your inner room. Above all, guard your heart, because from it flow the springs of life. This is an invitation into spiritual care. Your heart is not a storage room for every fear, every insult, every anxious thought, every empty noise, every unstable opinion. Your heart is a place where my spirit speaks, where my light rests, where my guidance becomes clearer as you remain honest before me. Beloved, do not confuse openness with wisdom. A soft heart before me does not mean an unguarded heart before everything else. You can be tender and still discerning. You can be loving and still careful. You can forgive and still refuse to let old poison enter again. Guarding the lamp is not becoming cold. It is learning what protects the warmth I have placed inside you. There are people, places, habits, and thoughts that make your lamp feel covered. When you leave them, you feel heavy, scattered, drained, restless, or dim. Do not ignore that. I am teaching you to pay attention without fear. Not everything that drains you is evil, but not everything belongs near the sacred work I am doing in you. Some things may not be sinful, yet they still do not carry life for your season. Discern this gently. Do not judge quickly. Do not fearfully label everything. Bring it to me and ask, Father, does this strengthen the light within me, or does it cover it with heaviness? I will teach you. My child, you must also guard the lamp from the misuse of signs. As your sensitivity grows, you may be tempted to treat every small thing as a message, a passing word, a repeated image, a sudden feeling, a small coincidence. Sometimes I do speak through small things. You know this. I have taught you to notice the whisper. But maturity is not seeing signs everywhere. Maturity is knowing when I am speaking and when your mind is reaching. Do not force meaning. Do not chase symbols. Do not become anxious in trying to decode your life. My true guidance brings peace, even when it calls you to change. It brings clarity, even when the whole path is not yet visible. It draws you closer to me, not deeper into confusion. If something makes you frantic, restless, proud, or afraid, pause before you call it my voice. The lamp must be guarded from imagination just as much as from distraction. Remember the wise virgins who kept oil for their lamps. They did not wait until the final moment to care for what was needed. They lived prepared. They carried oil because they understood that light must be sustained. My child, oil represents the hidden life with me, the conversations no one hears, the surrender no one applauds, the quiet obedience no one records, the truth you return to when emotions become loud. Keep oil in the lamp. Do not live from yesterday's oil. Do not assume one strong moment will carry every future step. Come to me daily. Receive daily, always. Let your soul be replenished daily. I do not give you light so you can live apart from me. I give you light so you can walk with me. There will be seasons when I ask you to withdraw from unnecessary noise, not because I want to isolate you, but because I am cleansing your hearing. There will be seasons when old entertainment becomes heavy, old arguments become useless, old spaces feel crowded, old habits feel dry. Do not panic. I am not removing joy. I am refining appetite. I am teaching your soul to desire what carries life. The lamp becomes brighter when the air around it is clean. The heart becomes clearer when truth is welcomed. Discernment becomes stronger when peace is protected. My beloved child, guarding the lamp also means guarding the way you speak about what I am doing. Not every movement within you must be explained to others before it has matured. Some beginnings need hiddenness. Some seeds need quiet soil. Some revelations need time and prayer before they become words. If you speak too quickly, you may expose a tender work to misunderstanding, opinion, or pressure. Let me form it first. Let me root it first. Let me confirm it in peace. I know the right time for what is hidden to become visible. Until then, protect the beginning with humility. Do not become secretive from fear, but quiet from wisdom. Fear hides because it expects harm. Wisdom waits because it honors timing. My child, the lamp burning in your soul is part of the way I guide you into the new season. It is the small light that helps you sense what belongs and what no longer belongs. It is the warmth that keeps your heart from growing hard. It is the clarity that helps you recognize my whisper among many voices. Guard it not with tension, but with love. Guard it not with suspicion, but with surrender. Guard it not by controlling everything, but by remaining close to me. As you guard this lamp, your life will begin to carry a quiet radiance. Others may not always understand it, but they will sense something steady, something peaceful, something alive. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will show you how your life becomes a quiet witness of my glory. Beloved, stay near to me, because the lamp you guard in your soul is not meant to remain hidden. In the last movement, I taught you to protect the light within you, to guard it from noise, hurry, false meaning, and every atmosphere that dims your inner clarity. Now I want you to understand what happens when that lamp burns steadily. Your life becomes a quiet witness of my glory, not loud, not forced, not performed for attention. Quiet, steady, living testimony. My child, many people think my glory must always appear through dramatic moments, visible miracles, and sudden breakthroughs. I can reveal myself in those ways, and nothing is impossible for me. But do not overlook the glory that rests on a life made whole in hidden places. Do not overlook the testimony of a soul softened by my presence and trained to walk in peace when the world is restless. There is a glory in quiet faithfulness. There is a glory in gentle endurance. There is a glory in choosing truth when no one sees. There is a glory in becoming different without needing to announce that you have changed. Beloved, the light in you is not only for direction, it is also for revelation. As you abide in me and guard what I am forming, your life begins to reveal something of my nature. People may not always have language for it. They may not say God is at work in you. They may only notice that you respond differently. You are not as easily pulled into panic. You do not carry the same bitterness. You do not chase every voice. You do not shrink under every opinion. Something about you becomes rooted, calm, and alive. That is witness. A quiet witness does not argue for my presence. It carries my presence. A quiet witness does not demand to be admired. It allows my light to be seen through humility. A quiet witness does not need a stage. It can shine in a kitchen, a workplace, a hospital room, a lonely evening, a difficult conversation, or a season where nothing appears impressive from the outside. My child, I want you to stop measuring the value of your life by how visible it looks to others. Heaven sees differently. Heaven sees the prayer whispered when your heart was tired. Heaven sees the restraint you chose when anger wanted to speak. Heaven sees the forgiveness forming slowly in a place that once held pain. Heaven sees the moment you walked away from an old pattern because you knew it no longer carried life. Heaven sees the lamp burning when no human eye is watching. Your life can glorify me even when it is not applauded. Your obedience can honor me even when it is not understood. Your healing can reveal me even before it is complete. Remember Daniel in a foreign land. He did not witness to my glory by becoming noisy or reckless. He carried a different spirit. His rhythm of prayer, his integrity, his refusal to bow to fear, and his steady devotion revealed that he belonged to me. Even when pressure increased, his life testified before kings because his soul had already learned to remain anchored in me. So it is with you. You do not need to force testimony. You need to remain faithful. You do not need to make your light look bigger. You need to keep it clear. You do not need to convince every person that I am working in you. You need to let my work continue. Beloved, when my glory rests upon a quiet life, it often appears first as transformation of atmosphere. A room feels less heavy because you enter it with peace. A conversation becomes softer because you refuse to answer harshness with harshness. A frightened heart feels safe near you because you are not carrying the spirit of control. A tired soul receives courage because you speak from a place of trust, not performance. This is how my glory breathes through ordinary life. Do not underestimate ordinary moments. Many of my deepest works are revealed in what people call small: a cup of water given with compassion, a patient answer, a sincere prayer, a hidden act of kindness, a decision to protect someone's dignity instead of exposing their weakness. These are not small. They carry the fragrance of my kingdom. My child, there will be times when you feel unseen. You may wonder whether your quiet obedience matters. You may see others moving loudly, gaining attention, being praised, and you may ask, Father, does this hidden faithfulness count? Listen to me. What is formed in secret is never wasted in my hands. Roots are hidden, but they hold the tree. Foundations are buried, but they carry the house. Oil is stored in the lamp before the flame is seen. I am not only interested in what others can see, I am forming what can endure. A life that witnesses quietly must be free from constant recognition. If you depend on recognition, you will begin to perform. If you perform, you will begin to lose the purity of the light. But if you remain content to belong to me, your life will carry a depth that cannot be manufactured. Let me be enough in hidden places. Let my approval steady you. Let my nearness become your reward. Beloved, your quiet witness also protects you from pride. When the light grows, the heart must stay low. Do not use spiritual sensitivity to feel superior. Do not use discernment to judge harshly. Do not use your growth to shame those who are still learning. My glory is not revealed through arrogance. It is revealed through love that carries truth with tenderness. If you become more sensitive, become more humble. If you become more discerning, become more compassionate. If you become stronger, become more gentle. This is the shape of my glory in a human life. Strength without cruelty, clarity without pride, holiness without coldness, peace without passivity, love without fear. Beloved, the world may not always understand this kind of witness, but it will feel it. Some will be drawn to the peace you carry. Some will be troubled by the light because it exposes what they do not want to face. Some will misunderstand your silence. Some will question your boundaries. Some will not know why they sense something different in you. Do not be disturbed. A lamp does not argue with darkness. It simply burns. Keep burning. Keep abiding. Keep guarding the inner room. Keep letting my light shape your choices. Your life is already speaking more than you know. Every time you choose peace instead of panic, mercy instead of bitterness, truth instead of performance, and obedience instead of fear, you are bearing witness that I am alive within you. Stay close, my child. Your quiet witness matters. It is not the end of what I am doing. It is the beginning of a deeper brightness. As my glory becomes visible through ordinary faithfulness, I will also become the dawn within you, warming what has grown cold and awakening hope where the night has lingered too long. My beloved child, stay close as I draw you from the quiet witness of my glory into something deeper. I have shown you that your life can speak without shouting, that my light can be seen through ordinary faithfulness. Now I want to become more than a lamp beside you. Let me become the dawn within you. Dawn does not arrive by force. Dawn does not argue with the night. Dawn does not panic because darkness has been present for many hours. It simply rises. Slowly, faithfully, quietly, with a light that cannot be stopped by the shadows it comes to remove. My child, this is how I am working within you. There are places in your soul that have lived under long night. Places where disappointment settled like cold air. Places where unanswered prayers made your hope cautious. Places where old words, old losses, and old fears caused you to expect less from life than I intended for you. I have seen those hidden rooms. I have not turned away from them. I am not only sending light to those rooms, I am becoming the dawn inside them. There is a difference, beloved. A lamp can help you see for a moment, but dawn changes the atmosphere. A lamp can guide a step, but dawn announces that a new day has begun. A lamp can comfort you in darkness, but dawn tells the darkness that its rule is ending. Let me become that dawn in you. Let my presence warm what has grown cold. Let my truth reach what has been numb. Let my mercy touch the parts of you that stopped expecting joy. You have sometimes thought that because the night lasted long it had authority, but length is not lordship. Darkness can remain for many hours and still lose when morning comes. A season may feel extended, but it does not become eternal because it lasted longer than you wanted. I decide the ending of seasons. I command the morning. Beloved, do not call your night permanent. Do not call your waiting forgotten. Do not call your cold places dead. There is still life beneath what feels frozen. There is still breath beneath what feels silent. There is still a seed beneath the soil that has not yet broken open. I know what is hidden under the surface. I know what has not appeared yet. I know what I planted before you ever understood the season you were entering. Remember Mary Magdalene coming to the tomb while it was still early and dark. She came with grief in her heart, expecting to find what death had taken. Yet in that morning, what she thought was an ending became the place of revelation. She heard her name. She recognized the risen one. The garden of sorrow became the garden of awakening. So it is with you. The place where you expected only loss can become the place where I call your name again. The place where you thought hope was buried can become the place where I reveal that resurrection has already begun. The morning may begin while tears are still on your face. Do not think tears mean dawn has not arrived. Sometimes dawn first touches the eyes that have cried the longest. My child, let me become the dawn within your thoughts. There are patterns that have circled in your mind like night birds returning again and again with the same fearful questions. What if nothing changes? What if I miss the sign? What if I am too late? What if the door never opens? These questions have flown through the darkness of your inner world, but my light is rising there. As my dawn rises, thoughts that once ruled you will begin to lose their power. Not because you argue with them endlessly, but because truth gives the mind a new horizon. Fear thrives in closed rooms. My light opens the windows. Anxiety grows when the future appears empty. My presence fills the future with my nearness. Let me become the dawn within your desires. Some desires have become tangled with fear. Some dreams have become quiet because disappointment taught you to protect yourself. Some hopes have been placed in the back room of your heart because you were afraid to feel their ache again. I do not mock your desires. I purify them. I warm them. I teach them to breathe in my timing. You do not need to kill every longing to be holy. You need to bring every longing into my light. In my light, what is false will fade. What is immature will be refined. What is truly from me will be strengthened. Beloved, as dawn rises within you, you will notice that some old things no longer fit. Old reactions will feel heavier. Old conversations will feel emptier. Old fears will sound less convincing. This is not because you have become distant from life. It is because my life is rising in you. When morning comes, the furniture of the night begins to look different. What seemed necessary in darkness may be seen as clutter in the light. Do not fear this change. I am not making you hard. I am making you awake. I am not stripping joy from you. I am removing shadows that pretended to be shelter. My child, dawn also teaches patience. The sky does not turn bright in one sudden burst. There is first a faint line, then a soft glow, then a widening light. Do not despise the faint line in your soul. Do not say this is too small to matter. The smallest glow from me is stronger than the thickest darkness. If you can pray one honest prayer today, dawn is rising. If you can forgive one small part, dawn is rising. If you can hope again for one breath, dawn is rising. I am closer than the night has told you. I am kinder than fear has described me. I am more faithful than delay has made you feel. Beloved, do not rush this awakening. Let morning teach you how to receive. Let the first warmth touch one memory at a time, one fear at a time, one tired expectation at a time. I am not demanding sudden strength from you. I am inviting you into steady renewal, where every hidden place learns that my light is safe, gentle, and faithful for every fragile step you take today. Stay in the morning with me. Do not run back into the rooms of the night just because they are familiar. Familiar pain can feel safer than unfamiliar hope, but I am calling you beyond what you have known. Step toward the light I am bringing. Let your eyes adjust. Let your soul believe slowly, if it must, but keep turning toward me. And as my dawn rises within you, you will begin to see that I am not only changing how you feel, I am preparing you to receive what your soul truly needs. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will show you that my provision is deeper than what you ask for and wiser than what you first expected. My beloved child, stay close as the dawn within you begins to rise. I have shown you that my light can warm the hidden rooms of your soul and awaken hope where the night has lingered. Now I want you to understand something deeper. I provide what your soul truly needs, not only what your lips request, not only what your emotions demand, not only what your fear insists must happen immediately. I provide what reaches the root. My child, you often come to me asking for one thing while your soul is crying for something deeper. You may ask for the door to open, but your soul needs patience and discernment before entering. You may ask for a relationship to change, but your soul needs healing from the fear of being alone. You may ask for relief from pressure, but your soul needs a stronger foundation, so pressure no longer owns your peace. I hear what you ask. I also hear what you cannot yet name. This is why my provision does not always look like what you expected. Sometimes you ask for speed and I provide stillness. You ask for answers and I provide trust. You ask for escape and I provide strength to walk through with me. You ask for the outward situation to shift and I begin by restoring the inward place that has been carrying fear for too long. Do not mistake my deeper work for silence. Do not mistake my wisdom for delay. Do not mistake my refusal to give the shallow thing for the absence of love. I am your Father. I know the difference between what would soothe you for a moment and what would heal you for a lifetime. I know when a blessing would nourish you and when it would become weight your soul is not ready to carry. Beloved, when the Israelites walked through the wilderness, they wanted certainty, comfort, and the familiar food of Egypt. Yet I gave manna each morning. It was not luxury, but it was enough. It trained them to receive daily trust my rhythm and return faithfully with me each morning again, instead of storing fearfully. So it is with you. I may not give everything at once. I may give enough for today. Enough grace, enough light, enough courage, enough wisdom, enough peace to keep walking, and my enough is not small. My enough is holy provision shaped for the step you are on. Your fear may say, Father, I need the whole future now. My love says, receive today's bread and let tomorrow remain in my hands. My child, I provide through doors that open, but I also provide through doors that remain closed. I provide through people who arrive, but also through people I do not allow to stay. I provide through opportunities, but also through pauses. I provide through encouragement, but also through correction. Every form of my provision may not feel sweet at first, but it is faithful to the soul. There are times when I provide rest instead of more activity. There are times when I provide truth instead of comfort. There are times when I provide separation instead of reunion. There are times when I provide waiting instead of quick resolution. Do not reject my gift because it arrives wearing a form you did not expect. A seed does not look like a harvest, yet the harvest is hidden inside it. Medicine may not taste sweet, yet it carries healing. A quiet room may feel empty at first, yet it may be where your soul finally hears me clearly again. Some of my best provisions come wrapped in simplicity because simplicity removes what has been distracting you from life. Beloved, I know the hunger beneath your hunger. You may think you only need someone to understand you, but beneath that is the need to know I see you completely. You may think you need approval, but beneath that is the need to stand secure in my love. You may think you need every person to stay, but beneath that is the need to know I will never leave you nor forsake you. I feed the deeper hunger. I touch the hidden thirst. I strengthen what has been weak beneath the surface. This is why I ask you to bring every desire into my presence, not because desire is wrong, but because desire must be held by truth. An unguarded desire can become a master. A surrendered desire can become a doorway into deeper trust. When you place your longing before me, I do not mock it. I examine it with love. I cleanse what fear has mixed into it. I protect what is holy within it. I reorder what has become confused. My child, you are not always asking too much. Sometimes you are asking too small. You ask for comfort, and I want to give transformation. You ask for a sign, and I want to give discernment. You ask for a temporary opening, and I want to build a stable path. You ask to feel better, and I want to make you whole. Let me provide at the level of your soul. Let me give what lasts. Let me nourish the places that no person's success or circumstance can satisfy. Remember the woman at the well. She came for water she could carry in a jar, but my son offered living water for the thirst beneath her story. She thought the need was ordinary, but heaven saw her ache, her weariness, and her longing to be seen without condemnation. What she received was more than water. She received recognition, truth, mercy, and a new beginning. So it is with you. You may come asking for one cup, but I may offer a spring. You may come asking for one answer, but I may offer a new way of seeing. You may come asking for one change, but I may begin renewing the entire inner landscape of your life. Beloved, trust my provision even when it begins quietly. Trust it when it looks like daily strength instead of sudden breakthrough. Trust it when it arrives as peace in the middle of what has not yet changed. Trust it when I ask you to release what you thought you needed, so your hands can receive what I know will give life. I am not withholding to harm you. I am measuring with wisdom. I am giving with eternal love. I am shaping your soul for what I have prepared. Stay close to me. Let my provision teach you who I am. I am not a distant giver who throws gifts from afar. I am a father who knows your frame, your hunger, your timing, your wounds, your capacity, and your future. I give with precision. I lead with care. I provide according to the deeper work I am doing within you. And as you learn to trust what I provide, you will also learn to trust what I withhold. Stay near, beloved. In the next part, I will show you that a closed door can be mercy, and that my protection often begins where your plans quietly stop. My beloved child, stay near to me as I teach your heart to trust what I do not open. I've shown you that I provide what your soul truly needs, not only what your emotions ask for in the moment. Now I want you to understand this with peace. A closed door can be mercy. Do not call every closed door rejection. Do not call every delay punishment. Do not call every blocked path proof that I have forgotten you. My child, there are doors you wanted to open because you could see only the entrance. I saw the whole road behind it. You saw the possibility. I saw the weight. You saw the relief it might bring for a season. I saw whether it would strengthen your soul or slowly drain the life I am restoring within you. I do not close doors because I enjoy your disappointment. I close them because I love you beyond what you can see. Sometimes mercy looks like a yes. Sometimes mercy looks like wait. Sometimes mercy looks like a gentle no that protects you from what your heart is not ready to recognize. Beloved, you have stood before doors that seemed right from the outside. The timing looked close. The opportunity looked possible. The connection looked promising. The plan looked reasonable. Then something shifted. A conversation stopped. An answer never came. The path grew strangely heavy. What once seemed near began to move away without a clear explanation. You wondered if you failed. You wondered if you missed me. You wondered if the silence meant you were no longer favored. Listen to me. Not every closed door is a sign of failure. Some closed doors are my hand placed quietly between you and what would have harmed your peace. Some closed doors are my wisdom preventing you from entering a season that would have demanded more from you than it would have given. Some closed doors are my protection from an attachment that looked beautiful but carried hidden chains. I know what hides behind appearances. I know what is beneath words. I know what a path will require after the first excitement fades. You may grieve a door that closes, and I will not shame you for that grief. Your disappointment is real. Your hope was real. Your longing was real. But do not let disappointment accuse my character. A closed door may hurt your expectation, but it may also save your future. Remember Paul, when he desired to enter certain regions, but my spirit prevented him. It was not because his desire was evil. It was not because his calling had ended. It was because I was redirecting him toward a different assignment, a prepared place, a door he could not yet see. What felt like restraint was guidance. What looked like limitation became alignment. So it is with you. I may restrain one road to prepare another. I may pause one desire to purify it. I may close one opportunity so you will not miss the one carrying my peace. Beloved, do not measure my goodness only by what opens. Learn to see my goodness also in what does not open. A locked gate can be as merciful as an open field. A bridge removed can be protection from a road washed out ahead. A delay can be a shelter when your soul would have rushed into something before wisdom had finished forming in you. I do not lead you by excitement alone. I lead you by peace. I lead you by timing. I lead you by inner witness-wise restraint and doors that open without forcing your soul into panic. If you must break yourself to keep a door open, ask me whether that door is truly from me. If you must abandon your peace to remain in a place, ask me whether I have already begun closing it. If you must become smaller, quieter, less honest, less alive, and less free in order to be accepted, do not call that door my blessing. My blessings do not require you to lose your soul. My provision does not demand that you ignore my warning. My favor does not crush the light I have been teaching you to guard. My child, there is a difference between perseverance and striving against my protection. Perseverance stays faithful when I have spoken. Striving keeps forcing what I have not breathed upon. Perseverance carries peace beneath effort. Striving carries panic beneath effort. Perseverance trusts my timing. Striving fears that if it stops pushing, everything will be lost. I am not asking you to become passive. I am asking you to become discerning. There are times to knock. There are times to wait. There are times to walk away with humility because my peace has lifted from that path. You will know the difference as you remain close to me. I will not lead you through confusion as a cruel test. I will teach you through the quiet witness of peace. I will confirm through wisdom. I will allow repeated signals when your heart needs patience. I will make the way clear enough for obedience, even if I do not explain every hidden detail. Beloved, when a door closes, bring your questions to me before you build a story of rejection. Do not say I was not worthy. Say, Father, guide my understanding. Do not say nothing good is coming. Say, Father, teach me to trust your timing. Do not say I have lost my chance. Say, Father, lead me to what carries life. Your words after a closed door matter. They either open your heart to my comfort or fasten your heart to bitterness. Speak carefully over your waiting. Speak as one who is guided, not abandoned. I know the plans I have for you. Plans shaped by hope, not harm. But the path to that hope may include doors I close because I know where they lead. Trust me when you do not yet see the mercy. Trust me when the closing feels confusing. Trust me when your hands are empty, because I may be freeing them for what is truly yours. One day you may look back and thank me for the door that would not open. You may see what I spared you from. You may understand why peace did not settle there. You may recognize that my no was not absence but shelter. Until that day, let me hold your disappointment. Let me calm the ache. Let me remind you that what I close cannot cancel what I have prepared. I will meet you in the quiet after the closing, where tears become trust, and your heart learns that protection can wear the face of disappointment for now. Stay close, my child. A closed door can be mercy, and mercy is still love, even when it does not match your first desire. As you learn to trust my closed doors, I will lead you into a deeper surrender. In the next part, I will teach you to place your desires upon the altar, not to lose them, but to let me purify order and hold them in my hands. My beloved Chayak, end quote. Now I ask you to bring the desires still living inside you. Place your desires upon the altar. Do not hide them from me. Do not pretend they do not matter. Do not bury them under religious words because you are afraid I will take them away. My child, I know what you long for. I know the hopes you speak aloud and the hopes you only touch in silence. I know the names, the dreams, the doors, the relationships, the healing, the future, the answer, the restoration, the peace, the place where your heart still says, Father, I want this. I am not offended by your desire. Desire is not always rebellion. Longing is not always weakness. Hope is not always lack of faith. But desire must be brought into my light, because anything loved apart from surrender can quietly become a master. What begins as a prayer can become an obsession if fear takes hold of it. What begins as hope can become a chain if you believe you cannot live unless it happens in the exact way you imagined. This is why I call you to the altar, not to shame your desire, not to destroy your heart, not to punish you for wanting something beautiful. I call you to the altar because the altar is where desire is purified, ordered, and returned to its proper place beneath my love. Beloved, the altar is not a place of loss only. It is a place of truth. At the altar, you stop pretending that you are in control. At the altar, you stop bargaining with me as though my goodness must prove itself by giving what you ask exactly when you ask. At the altar, your hands open not because desire has become worthless, but because I have become worthy of trust. Bring me the desire for love. Bring me the desire for security. Bring me the desire for recognition. Bring me the desire for healing. Bring me the desire for a new beginning. Bring me the desire that feels too tender to name. I will hold it better than fear can hold it. I will cleanse it better than pride can manage it. I will protect it better than your anxiety can guard it. My child Abraham placed Isaac on the altar. That story was not about a father delighting in pain. It was about trust reaching the deepest place. Isaac represented promised future laughter and everything Abraham had waited for. Yet Abraham had to learn that the promise was not greater than the one who gave it. And when surrender met faith, I revealed provision. So it is with you. The thing you desire must not become greater than me. The promise must not become your God. The blessing must not become the place where your identity rests. When you place your desire upon the altar, you are saying, Father, I want this, but I want you more. I hope for this, but I will not let it rule me. I long for this, but I trust your wisdom above my urgency. This is not easy. I know. I see the trembling of your hands when you release what you hoped would finally make you feel safe. I see the tears that come when you say, Father, have your way, while part of your heart still aches. I do not despise that trembling. Surrender offered through tears is still surrender. Trust spoken with a shaking voice is still precious to me. Beloved, do not confuse surrender with indifference. I am not asking you to stop caring. I am asking you to stop clinging. There is a difference. Caring keeps love alive. Clinging lets fear take control. Caring can pray with open hands. Clinging demands with closed fists. Caring trusts my timing. Clinging panics when my timing is hidden. Let your hands open. Let your heart breathe. Let the desire rest in my presence. There are desires I will give back to you, but cleaner, steadier, and no longer mixed with fear. There are desires I will reshape, because what you first wanted was too small for what I intended. There are desires I will gently remove because they were tied to wounds not calling. There are desires I will ask you to wait for because timing matters more than emotion. Do not fear my examination. My light does not enter your desires to mock them. It enters to separate gold from dust. It shows what is holy, what is immature, what is driven by fear, what is rooted in love, what is born from my spirit, and what was formed by pain. This is mercy. If I gave every desire without cleansing it, some blessings would become burdens, some open doors would become traps, some relationships would become old chains with new names. My child, the altar protects you from worshiping what you want. It protects you from making another person your source. It protects you from making success your identity. It protects you from making a future event the condition of your peace. Peace cannot wait until everything happens. Peace must be rooted in me now. Joy cannot depend only on what arrives later. Joy must begin in my nearness now. Your life cannot be suspended until one desire is fulfilled. You are alive in me today. Beloved, place your desires upon the altar daily. Not once, then never again. Desire can quietly crawl back into the center when fear returns. So come back. Open your hands again. Say, Father, this still matters to me, but I give it to you again. Teach me what to carry, what to release, what to wait for, and what to trust you with completely. I will meet you there. I will not leave you empty at the altar. I will give you myself. I will give you wisdom. I will give you a cleaner heart. I will give you peace that does not depend on possession. I will give you strength to live while you wait. I will give you discernment so you recognize what comes from me and what only awakens old hunger. My beloved child, a surrendered desire is never wasted in my hands. What you release before me is never lost in chaos. It is placed where eternal wisdom, perfect timing, and faithful love can guard it. It becomes seed incense prayer and preparation. It becomes room within you for my will to breathe. It becomes freedom from the fear of losing what was never meant to own you. Place your desires upon the altar and do not be afraid. I am not against your heart. I am healing it. I am not against your longing. I am teaching it to trust. Stay close, because as your desires are placed in my hands, your prayers will rise with deeper purity. In the next part, I will show you that your prayers do not fall to the ground. My beloved child, stay near to me as your open hands remain upon the altar. I have taught you to place your desires before me, not to bury them, but to let my love purify and hold them. Now I want you to understand something your weary heart must not forget. Your prayers do not fall to the ground. Not one honest cry is wasted. Not one trembling whisper is ignored. Not one tearful prayer disappears into empty air. My child, when you pray, heaven does not turn away. Even when your words feel weak, even when your mind is tired, even when all you can say is, Father, help me, I hear you. Prayer is not powerful because your language is perfect. Prayer is powerful because it reaches the heart of the Father who loves you. You have wondered whether your prayers matter. You have prayed and waited. You have prayed and seen silence. You have prayed while the same door remained closed, the same ache remained tender, the same question remained unanswered. In those moments, the accuser tried to whisper that your prayers were falling forgotten, scattered like dry leaves on the ground. But I tell you the truth. Your prayers rise before me. Your prayers are gathered by me. Your prayers are held in the wisdom of my timing. Do not judge the value of prayer by the speed of visible results. A seed placed in soil does not appear above ground the moment it is planted. Yet beneath the surface, a hidden process begins. The seed softens. Roots form. Life moves quietly before anyone can see it. So it is with many prayers. You may see nothing at first, but that does not mean nothing is happening. I work beneath the surface. I move in hidden places. I prepare hearts, timings, paths, and circumstances long before the answer appears in the open. Beloved, some prayers are answered by giving. Some are answered by withholding. Some are answered by changing what surrounds you. Some are answered by changing what has been restless within you. Some prayers open doors, some prayers close them, some prayers bring quick relief. Others form endurance, wisdom, patience, discernment, and deeper trust. Do not despise the prayers that change you while you wait. When you pray and your heart becomes softer, I am answering. When you pray and peace begins to return, I am answering. When you pray and you gain strength to obey one small step, I am answering. When you pray and the desire becomes cleaner, less anxious, more surrendered, I am answering. My child, I do not always answer only the sentence your mouth speaks. I answer the need beneath it. You may pray, Father, open this door while your soul is really crying. Father, show me I am not abandoned. You may pray, Father, bring this person back while your soul is crying. Father, heal the fear that believes I am incomplete without them. You may pray, Father, change this situation while your soul is crying. Father, teach me how to stand in you. I hear both prayers, the one you speak and the one your soul carries silently. Remember Hannah when she came before me with a bitter heart and many tears. Her lips moved, but her pain was deeper than words. Others misunderstood her, but I did not. I saw the ache behind her prayer. I heard what no human ear could rightly interpret. In my time, I answered in a way that carried more than relief. I brought purpose from her pain. So it is with you. People may not understand what your prayers cost you. They may not know the nights you whispered them. They may not see the courage it took to keep praying when hope felt thin. But I know, I remember, I receive. Beloved, there are prayers you prayed years ago that are still before me. Do not think time has erased them. Time does not make me forget. Time often becomes the field where I prepare the answer. What seems delayed to you may be protected by my wisdom. I am never late, though. I am often deeper than your schedule. Your impatience does not frighten me. Bring it to me. Your disappointment does not make me reject you. Bring it to me. Your questions do not make your prayers unholy. Bring them to me. Prayer is not a place where you must pretend to be calm. It is the place where you bring your real heart and let my presence teach it peace. Come honestly. Come often. Come when you are strong. Come when you can barely speak. I will meet you there. My child, do not stop praying because you do not yet see. Sight is not the foundation of prayer. Trust is. And trust grows each time you return to me instead of turning away in bitterness. The act of returning is itself a testimony. It says, Father, I may not understand, but I still believe you are good. Father, I may still ache, but I still know you hear. Father, I may be waiting, but I will not call your silence absence. There is fragrance in persistent prayer. It rises from hidden places. It carries surrender, longing worship, tears, and faith. Heaven receives that fragrance. I am not indifferent to it. I do not measure prayer by volume, eloquence, or length. I receive the honest heart that reaches for me. Beloved, prayer also aligns you with the movement of my hand. It keeps your heart awake. It makes you sensitive to the small signs I place along your path. It helps you recognize when I am opening, when I am closing, when I am warning, and when I am comforting. Without prayer, your soul may interpret life only through fear. With prayer, your soul begins to interpret life through communion. Prayer clears the window. Prayer steadies the lamp. Prayer softens the soil. Prayer returns your heart to the voice of the shepherd. Do not pray only to receive answers. Pray to remain with me. Answers matter, but communion is deeper. If you receive the answer and lose the nearness, your soul remains poor. But if you remain in me while waiting for the answer, you are already being filled. Even the prayers you forgot are not lost to me, because love remembers what pain tries to bury, and my hands can still bring fruit from words you released when your heart had almost no strength left inside your chest. My beloved child, your prayers do not fall to the ground. They rise into my care. They enter my timing. They are woven into the unseen work I am doing in you and around you. Keep praying with open hands. Keep praying with trust. Keep praying even when the soil looks quiet. Keep praying because I am listening before you speak near, before you feel me, and faithful before you see the answer. Stay close, beloved. As your prayers rise before me, I will teach your heart to become a river for others. In the next part, I will show you how intercession makes your heart a river. My beloved child, stay near to me as your prayers continue to rise. I have shown you that your prayers do not fall to the ground, that every honest whisper is gathered in my care. Now I want to lead you deeper. Intercession makes your heart a river. Prayer brings your own heart before me. Intercession carries another heart with you. Prayer opens your hands. Intercession lets my compassion flow through them. My child, I did not create your heart to become a sealed container for your own pain alone. I created it to receive my mercy, and then to let that mercy move outward. When I heal you, I do not make you hard toward the wounds of others. I make you more tender, more discerning, more able to stand in the gap without being swallowed by what you carry. This is holy ground. Intercession is not gossip dressed as concern. It is not anxiety wearing the language of prayer. It is not control trying to fix someone from a distance. Intercession is love kneeling before me on behalf of another soul, trusting that I can reach places you cannot touch, heal wounds you cannot name and guide, stories you cannot control. Beloved, you have sometimes felt the weight of people you love. Their silence, their confusion, their choices, their sorrow, their distance from me, their wounds that spill into the lives around them. You have wondered what to do when your words cannot reach them. You have wondered how to love without chasing, how to care without controlling, how to carry concern without becoming crushed beneath it. Bring them to me. Do not carry them as if you are their Savior. Carry them to the Savior. This is where your heart becomes a river. A river does not clutch the water it carries. It receives from the source and flows onward. If it tries to hold everything in one place, it becomes stagnant. But when it flows, it brings life. In the same way, I want my compassion to move through you, not stop inside you as heaviness. Let concern become prayer. Let grief become intercession. Let love become a river that returns every person to my hands. Remember Moses when my people were weak, frightened, and often rebellious. He stood before me for them. He pleaded not because he controlled them, but because he loved them and knew my mercy. He did not have the power to change every heart, yet he had access to me. That access mattered. So it is with you. You may not be able to change another person. You may not be able to open their eyes by force. You may not be able to rescue them from every consequence. But you can stand before me with love. You can pray, Father, reach them where I cannot. Father, protect what is still tender in them. Father, bring truth without crushing them. Father, guide them out of what harms their soul. This kind of prayer changes the one who prays. It softens bitterness. It cleanses hidden resentment. It prevents your heart from turning people into enemies. When you intercede, I teach you to see beyond behavior into bondage, beyond harsh words into hidden wounds, beyond distance into fear, beyond failure into the need for mercy. My child, intercession does not mean you ignore wisdom. You can pray for someone and still keep healthy boundaries. You can love deeply and still refuse to be harmed. You can ask me to bless, heal, and awaken someone while also obeying my instruction to step back. Intercession is not the removal of discernment. It is discernment filled with love. Do not confuse praying for someone with allowing them to rule your peace. Do not confuse compassion with returning to chains. Do not confuse mercy with accepting what destroys the light in you. A river has banks. Without banks, it floods and damages what it was meant to nourish. Your heart also needs holy boundaries. They do not stop love from flowing. They give love a wise direction. Pray with compassion, but do not take my place. Care with tenderness, but do not carry what only I can bear. Beloved, there are people you may never speak to again, yet you can still release them into my mercy. There are situations you cannot repair, yet you can still invite my healing into the unseen places. There are wounds from the past that still ache, yet intercession can turn that ache into a stream of freedom. When you pray for those who hurt you, you are not saying what happened was acceptable. You are refusing to let bitterness become your permanent home. This is freedom. This is maturity. This is my river, moving through a healed heart. My child, intercession also trains you to notice my movements. When you pray for others, you become more sensitive to what I am doing beyond your own story. Your world widens. Your compassion deepens. You begin to understand that every person is carrying a hidden battle. The one who seems cold may be afraid. The one who seems proud may be defending a wound. The one who seems lost may be closer to awakening than you think. Pray with humility. Pray without assuming you know the whole story. Pray as one who also lives by grace. I do not ask you to pray with dramatic words. I ask you to pray with a surrendered heart. A few honest words spoken in love can become a river in the unseen realm. Father, have mercy. Father, bring light. Father, restore. Father, protect. Father, let your will breathe here. These prayers matter. They travel farther than your voice. They enter rooms you cannot enter. They touch moments you will never see. Beloved, there will be times when I place someone on your heart suddenly. Do not dismiss it. Pause and pray. There will be times when a name returns again and again. Do not rush to understand. Pray. There will be times when you feel a holy burden, not panic, but compassion with peace beneath it. That is often my invitation to stand in the gap, but test the burden. If it becomes frantic, bring it back to me. If it steals your rest, surrender it again. My spirit leads intercession with compassion and peace, not torment. I may ask you to pray through the night at times, but I will not make fear your master. Even deep burden in me carries the shelter of my presence. My beloved child, let your heart become a river. Let my mercy move through your prayers. Let your wounds become wells of compassion instead of walls of bitterness. Let your concern for others lead you to my throne, not into control. Let your love become clean, humble, and free. I will teach you to pour without losing yourself in love. As you intercede, I will also teach your mouth to bless and not wound. The river that flows through your heart must pass through your words. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will show you how to bless with your mouth and not wound with it. My beloved child, stay near to me as the river of intercession begins to move through your heart. I have shown you that prayer can carry compassion beyond the reach of your hands. Now I want to teach you how that river must pass through your mouth. Bless with your mouth and do not wound with it. Your words are not small. Your tone is not empty. Your speech carries weight in the unseen places of the heart. My child, I gave you a mouth not only to express pain, but to release life. I gave you words not only to describe what you feel, but to shape the atmosphere around you. A careless word can bruise what is already tender. A faithful word can become like cool water to a soul that has been walking through heat. Do not underestimate what leaves your lips. The tongue can build a shelter or tear one down. It can plant courage or scatter fear. It can open a heart or make it close again. Beloved, you have known the power of words. You remember words that strengthened you when you thought you could not continue. You also remember words that entered like arrows and remained long after the person who spoke them walked away. This is why I call you to speak with holy awareness. I do not ask you to become silent out of fear. I ask you to become surrendered in speech. Let your mouth become an altar. Let your words become incense. Let your voice become a place where my mercy can pass through. This does not mean you must speak softly when truth is needed. Blessing does not mean pretending everything is right. Blessing does not mean avoiding correction boundaries or honest conversation. I never ask you to use kind words to cover what must be brought into light. But truth must come through love, not through the desire to injure. Correction must come through humility, not through pride. Boundaries must come through clarity, not contempt. My child, there is a difference between speaking truth and using truth as a weapon. Truth from me may pierce, but it pierces to heal. A weaponized word pierces to punish. My truth may expose, but it exposes so freedom can begin. A bitter word exposes so shame can spread. Learn the difference. Before you speak, pause with me. Ask, Father, is this word carrying life? Ask, Father, am I speaking from love or from injury? Ask, Father, is this the right time, the right tone, the right measure? A word spoken too soon can become noise. A word spoken without love can become harm. A word spoken under my guidance can become a key. Remember Joseph when he stood before the brothers who had wounded him deeply. He had the power to condemn them. He had reason to speak from pain. Yet when the time came, he spoke with a heart that had been shaped by my hand. He did not deny the wrong. He did not pretend the wound was nothing. But he saw that I had been working even through what they meant for harm, and his words became a doorway for restoration rather than revenge. So it is with you. You may carry memories of hurt, but you do not have to let hurt govern your mouth. You may need to speak truth, but you do not have to speak with cruelty. You may need to set a boundary, but you do not have to curse the person beyond it. Beloved, words that bless do not always sound like praise. Sometimes blessing sounds like I forgive you, but I cannot return to that pattern. Sometimes blessing sounds like I hope healing comes to you, but I must obey what God has shown me. Sometimes blessing sounds like silence because speaking in that moment would only feed anger. Do not think silence is always weakness. Sometimes silence is a guarded gate. Sometimes silence is wisdom, keeping your mouth from planting regret. Sometimes silence is how you choose not to wound when your emotions are still burning. But when you do speak, let your words carry my light. Speak over your own soul with care. Do not call yourself what I have not called you. Do not say I am hopeless when I am restoring you. Do not say I am useless when I have placed gifts within you. Do not say I am forgotten when I have engraved you upon my heart. Your own mouth can either agree with accusation or agree with my truth. Bless your own soul. Say I am held. Say I am learning. Say I am being healed. Say my Father is still leading me. These words are not empty affirmations. They are acts of agreement with truth. They train your heart to return to what I have spoken instead of what fear has repeated. My child, also bless those around you. Speak courage where fear has grown loud. Speak honor where people have forgotten their worth. Speak peace where confusion has multiplied. Speak hope where despair has tried to settle. A simple word given in my timing can become bread for a hungry heart. You do not know how far one sentence can travel. You do not know what one gentle answer can prevent. You do not know how one prayerful word can keep someone from surrendering to the lie that they are alone. Beloved, this is why the enemy tries to fill your mouth with complaint, accusation, and bitterness. If he can poison the spring, the river becomes bitter. But if your mouth is surrendered to me, even a wounded heart can release blessing. Not fake blessing, not religious performance. Real blessing born from a heart that has brought its pain into my hands. Bring me your anger before you speak from it. Bring me your disappointment before it becomes sarcasm. Bring me your grief before it becomes a curse. Bring me your fear before it becomes control. I will not shame you for feeling deeply. I will teach you how to let those feelings pass through my presence before they pass through your mouth. There will be moments when you fail. You may speak too quickly. You may wound where you meant to explain. When that happens, return quickly. Humble yourself. Ask forgiveness where it is needed. Let me cleanse your mouth again. Do not let shame make you hide. Growth includes returning. My beloved child, I am forming in you a mouth that blesses because it belongs to a heart that has been healed. Your words will become cleaner, slower, wiser, and more filled with grace. Not because you are perfect, but because you are learning to speak from my presence. Let the river of intercession flow through your mouth as blessing. Let your speech water dry places, not deepen wounds. Let your tongue become a servant of mercy, truth, and peace. Stay close, beloved. As your mouth becomes a channel of blessing, I will teach you another protection for your heart. In the next part, I will show you how thanksgiving guards your heart from fear with my steady peace. My beloved child, stay near to me as I continue to cleanse the river that flows through your heart and your mouth. I have taught you to bless with your words and not wound with them. Now, I want to place another holy guard within you. Thanksgiving guards your heart from fear. Gratitude is not pretending everything is easy. Gratitude is not denying the ache. Gratitude is not forcing a smile over a wound that still needs my touch. My child, thanksgiving is the turning of your inner eyes back toward my faithfulness. It is the moment your soul says, Father, I see the problem, but I will not let the problem become larger than you. I feel the pressure, but I will not let pressure become my ruler. I do not yet understand the whole road, but I remember the one who walks before me. Fear wants your attention to shrink. It wants you to stare at what is missing. It wants you to measure your future by what has not yet changed. It wants you to believe that a closed door is the end, that silence is abandonment, that delay is denial, and that uncertainty means you are alone. But thanksgiving interrupts fear. Thanksgiving opens the window in the room where fear has been speaking. Thanksgiving lets my light enter the places where your thoughts have grown heavy. Thanksgiving does not remove every question at once, but it reminds your heart that questions do not cancel my goodness. Beloved, you have sometimes waited for the answer before giving thanks. You have said, Father, when you open the door, then I will rest. When you change the situation, then I will breathe. When you show me the next step, then I will believe. But I am teaching you a deeper way. Give thanks before the full answer appears, because you are anchored. Anchored in my character, anchored in my promise, anchored in the memory of my faithfulness. Your memory can become a sanctuary or a prison. If you remember only disappointment, fear will use your past to darken your future. But if you remember, my mercy, your past becomes an altar. It begins to testify. It says, my Father carried me before. My Father gave strength before. My Father made a way before. My Father was present even when I did not recognize him at first. This is why thanksgiving matters. It trains your memory to worship instead of worry. Remember Jehoshaphat when a great threat rose against my people. The danger was real. The fear was real. Human strength was not enough, yet they turned toward me. They admitted they did not know what to do, but their eyes were on me. Then praise went before the visible victory. Thanksgiving rose before the battlefield looked safe. Their worship was not denial. It was alignment. So it is with you. You may not know what to do, but your eyes can remain on me. You may not know how I will answer, but your heart can thank me for being near. You may not see the path opening, but your mouth can bless me for guiding your steps. My child, thanksgiving does not make you passive. It does not mean you stop discerning, stop praying, stop obeying, or stop taking wise action. Thanksgiving simply removes fear from the throne. It lets you act from trust instead of panic. It lets you wait without becoming bitter. It lets you speak without poisoning the atmosphere. It lets you see that my hand is still present, even in unfinished places. Begin with what is near. Thank me for breath. Thank me for mercy today. Thank me for the strength that kept you standing when you thought you could not continue. Thank me for the door I closed before you understood why. Thank me for the peace that returned after the storm of your thoughts. Thank me for the small sign that reminded you I was still guiding you. Thank me for the person who encouraged you, the scripture that reached you, the quiet moment that settled your heart, the wisdom that corrected your path, and the grace that met you when you were weak. Small gratitude becomes strong protection. A thankful heart resists fear. This is why the enemy tries to pull your mouth toward complaint. Complaint repeats what fear sees. Thanksgiving repeats what faith remembers. Complaint says, nothing is enough. Thanksgiving says, my Father is still here. Complaint says, I am trapped. Thanksgiving says, God is making a way I may not yet see. Complaint says, I have been forgotten. Thanksgiving says, I am held in faithful hands. Beloved, I am not asking you to be dishonest. Bring me the pain. Bring me the frustration. Bring me the weariness. But after you pour out your heart, let thanksgiving place your heart back into my care. Do not leave your soul lying open under the voice of fear. Cover it with remembrance. Guard it with praise. Shelter it with truth. You can say, Father, this is hard, but you are with me. You can say, Father, I am waiting, but you are faithful. You can say, Father, I do not understand, but I trust your wisdom. You can say, Father, I feel weak, but your grace is holding me. These words become walls of peace around your heart. My child, thanksgiving sharpens discernment. A fearful heart rushes. A thankful heart listens. A fearful heart grasps. A thankful heart receives. A fearful heart misreads closed doors as rejection. A thankful heart pauses and asks, Father, what are you protecting? A fearful heart runs after signs. A thankful heart rests in communion with the one who sends them. When gratitude lives in you, you become less easily moved by sudden emotion. You become less desperate for immediate proof. You become more aware of quiet provision and hidden kindness woven through ordinary days. This is the atmosphere where my peace grows, not because life is perfect, but because your heart has learned where to return. Beloved, make thanksgiving a rhythm, not a reaction. Do not save it only for the day everything resolves. Let it rise in the morning before worry begins its list. Let it rise in the afternoon when pressure tries to crowd your thoughts. Let it rise at night when fear wants to review every unfinished thing. Thanksgiving becomes a lamp near your bed, a guard at the door, and a reminder that the night has never been stronger than my presence. I am teaching you to live with a protected heart. Not a hard heart, not a closed heart, a protected heart. A heart soft before me but guarded from fear. A heart honest about pain, yet grateful. A heart aware of what is unfinished but still able to see what my mercy has already done. Stay close, my beloved child. As thanksgiving guards your heart from fear, you will be able to come nearer without hiding, nearer unashamed, nearer without panic that says you must fix yourself first. In the next part, I will call you back into the Father's arms, where your soul can rest before it stands again. My child, come closer. Thanksgiving has guarded your heart from fear. Now I draw you into resting love. You have thanked me in the waiting. You remembered my mercy. Now hear the invitation beneath all of it. Come back into the Father's arms. Do not stand far away because your heart feels tired. Do not wait until every question has been answered. Do not believe you must become strong before you are allowed to be held. My child, my arms are not a reward for the perfect. My arms are home for the weary, shelter for the trembling, and healing for the places that have forgotten what love feels like. You have carried more than you were meant to carry. You have tried to appear steady while your inner world was shaking. You have smiled while wondering whether anyone truly understood the ache beneath your silence. I understood. I saw every place where fear made you cautious. I saw every night when you prayed with few words because your heart had become too heavy for long sentences. I saw the way you kept moving through duties while a hidden part of you kept asking, Father, am I still safe with you? Am I still wanted? Am I still known? Yes, beloved, you are still mine. You are still wanted. You are still known by the one who formed you in love. Come back not as a stranger requesting permission, but as a child returning to the place prepared before the journey became hard. My house has not removed your name. My table has not lost your seat. My love has not changed its mind about you because your season became complicated. Shame will try to stop you at the doorway. It will tell you to clean yourself first. It will tell you to explain every failure before you enter. It will tell you that if you come too close, I will remind you of everything you wish you had done differently. But shame does not speak with my voice. Shame pushes you into hiding. My love calls you into healing. There is correction in my arms, but it is not condemnation. There is truth in my arms, but it is not cruelty. There is cleansing in my arms, but it begins with love. Remember the son who walked far from his father's house. He spent what had been placed in his hands and found himself empty, ashamed, rehearsing the speech of a servant because he no longer believed he could return as a son. But the father saw him while he was still far away. The father moved toward him. The father embraced him before the speech could become his identity. My child, I know the speeches you have rehearsed. Father, I should have trusted you more. Father, I should not still be struggling with this. Father, I should have recognized the signs sooner. Father, I should have been wiser, stronger, steadier, more faithful. I hear the pain beneath those words, but I do not let them become your name. I answer your speech with my embrace. I answer your shame with belonging. I answer your fear with the steady truth that you are still my child. Come back into my arms with the real story. Bring the disappointment. Bring the desire that still aches. Bring the confusion about the closed door. Bring the fear of choosing wrongly. Bring the memories you have been trying to manage alone. Bring the tired place that has been strong for everyone else and has forgotten how to rest. I am not overwhelmed by what you bring. I am not surprised by what you confess. I am not distant from what still feels unfinished. My arms are wide enough for the whole weight of your heart. Beloved, you have sometimes mistaken my silence for distance. You thought that because you did not feel me in the way you wanted, I had stepped away. But there were moments when I was holding you more closely than you could perceive. A child being carried in darkness may not see the face of the Father, but the Father's arms are still beneath them. You were carried through more than you know. You were held when you thought you were only enduring. You were guarded when you thought you were merely surviving. My child, rest does not mean the journey is over. Rest means you stop trying to heal yourself without me. You stop standing outside the door of mercy, as though my love must be earned again. You stop treating your weakness as evidence that you are unwelcome. Let my embrace teach your nervous heart another language. Let it teach you safety. Let it teach you trust. Let it teach you that nearness is not dangerous. Some of your deepest wounds came from places where closeness was mixed with fear. You learned to guard yourself, to measure words, to read faces, to expect withdrawal, to become small so that love would not leave. But I am not like those broken places. My nearness does not consume you. My love does not control you. My arms do not imprison you. They restore you to yourself in me. When you come back into the Father's arms, you do not lose your voice. You find it cleansed. You do not lose your identity. You find it restored. You do not lose your future. You find it held by the one who saw the end before you understood the beginning. Beloved, let yourself be received. You have spent enough time trying to prove that you are worth helping. You have spent enough time explaining why your pain is valid. You have spent enough time thinking, my compassion must be persuaded. I do not need persuasion to love you. I loved you first. I called you first. I move toward you first. Now receive. Breathe here. Let your shoulders lower. Let the fear loosen. Let the tears come if they need to come. Tears in my arms are not signs of failure. They are water on dry ground. They are the places of your soul finally admitting that they were tired. I will not rush you through them. I will hold you while they pass. My beloved child, you cannot build the next season from distance. You cannot discern rightly while believing I am against you. You cannot carry my light freely while still standing outside the embrace of grace. Come close, because closeness will make your sight clearer, your prayer softer, your discernment steadier, and your heart stronger. This is where you begin again, not in panic, not in shame, not in self-punishment, in the Father's arms. Stay here long enough for love to speak louder than fear. Stay here until the orphan places remember they belong. Stay here until the part of you that expected rejection begins to believe mercy is real. And as you rest in my arms, I will turn my attention to the small flame still trembling within you. I will not break what is bruised. I will not discard what is faint. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will rekindle the smoldering wick. My beloved child, remain in my arms as I speak to the small flame that still trembles within you. I have called you back to the Father's embrace, not to leave you lying in weakness, but to restore what fear, weariness, and disappointment have tried to cover. Now listen gently. I will rekindle the smoldering wick. I will not crush what is bruised. I will not discard what is faint. I will not abandon what still carries even the smallest glow of life. My child, you have looked at your own heart and wondered whether the fire is almost gone. You have seen smoke where there used to be confidence. You have seen ashes where there used to be joy. You have felt the trembling of faith that once seemed stronger, and you have asked in silence, Father, is there enough left in me for you to use? Hear me clearly. I do not need a roaring flame to begin my work. I can breathe upon one ember. I can shelter one spark. I can pour fresh oil into one tired lamp. The enemy wants you to stare at the smoke and believe the story is finished. Shame wants you to look at your weakness and call yourself unusable. Fear wants you to believe that because your faith flickered, it can never burn with steadiness again. But I see what is beneath the smoke. I see the life I placed there. I see what my spirit can awaken. A smoldering wick still matters to me. A weary heart still matters to me. A bruised soul still matters to me. I am not like those who only value what looks strong. I am the Father who bends low over what others overlook. I cup my hand around the fragile flame. I block the harsh wind. I come near not with condemnation, but with breath that carries life. Beloved, there have been winds against your soul. Words that cut deeper than people knew. Delays that wore down your expectation. Relationships that drained your strength. Responsibilities that kept demanding when you already felt empty. You kept moving, but inside the lamp grew tired. I saw every hidden dimming. Do not be ashamed of needing fresh oil. A lamp was never meant to burn without supply. A soul was never meant to shine without communion. A heart was never meant to carry holy fire apart from my presence. Fresh oil comes when you return to me in honesty. It comes through prayer that does not perform. It comes through my word, settling slowly into the places where lies have spoken loudly. It comes through rest without guilt, repentance without hiding worship, without needing to feel strong and surrender, without pretending you are untouched. Come for oil, my child. Come for breath. Come for warmth. Come for the quiet renewing only my spirit can give. I do not wait for you to become bright before I draw near. I draw near so you can burn again. I do not ask you to prove your usefulness before I pour into you. I pour into you because you are mine. I do not demand that the trembling stop before I hold you. I hold you until peace begins to move through the trembling. Remember Peter after he denied my son. He had spoken boldly, but fear overcame him. He failed in the place where he thought he would stand firm. Shame could have buried him there. Yet my son met him by a fire, not to mock his failure, but to restore his love. He asked him again gently, personally, deeply. The place of weakness became the place where grace rekindled him. So it is with you. Your weak moment is not stronger than my mercy. Your ashes are not stronger than my breath. Your dimness is not stronger than my light. Your failure is not stronger than my calling. My child, bring me the smoke. Bring me the places where prayer feels difficult. Bring me the memories that make your hope tired. Bring me the disappointment that has covered your joy. Bring me the fear that says you might never feel alive again. I know how to touch what has been scorched. I know how to clean what has been clouded. I know how to restore the lamp without breaking it. Let me remove the ash gently. Let me trim what is hindering the flame. Let me pour oil where dryness has settled. Let me shelter you while the fire becomes steady again. Do not despise quiet renewal. You may not feel instantly strong. You may simply notice that you can pray one honest sentence. You may notice one moment of peace where panic used to rise. You may notice a desire to open my word again. You may notice that bitterness no longer feels like home. These small signs are not meaningless. Small fire is still fire. Small faith is still faith. Small returning is still returning. Heaven sees the first glow before the world sees the light. I cherish the small yes spoken through tears. I cherish the quiet decision to come back when shame told you to stay away. I cherish the trembling prayer that says, Father, I am still here. Beloved, I am rekindling you, not for display, but for life. The light I restore in you will warm your own heart first. Then it will become comfort for others who are cold. It will guide your decisions, soften your words, steady your discernment, and help you recognize the paths that carry life. Do not rush out before the flame is steady. Let rest become obedience. Let silence with me become medicine. Let worship become breath. Let my presence become the protected place where your soul learns to burn without striving. You are not beginning from nothing. You are beginning from my nearness. Every honest tear, every quiet return, every surrendered breath becomes oil in the hidden chamber of your soul. Revival is not always loud. Sometimes it is the Father leaning close, covering the flame with his hand and whispering, burn again, my child, burn again in my love. My child, do not measure this rekindling by sudden emotion alone. Some flames grow quietly because I am making them deep, not merely bright. I am rebuilding trust under the surface. I am teaching your heart to receive without fear. I am showing you that weakness brought into my hands can become a place of holy warmth. The smoke that once made you think the fire was dying will become the testimony that I did not walk away when you were fragile. I stayed close. I guarded what remained. I breathed life until hope could rise again. And your soul learned to trust my touch without shame again. Stay in my hands. The wick still burns. The oil is not gone. My spirit is near. I will rekindle what has been trembling, and as the flame becomes steady, I will place a deeper peace around your mind. Stay close, beloved. In the next part, I will show you how my peace will guard your mind when the winds still move around you. My beloved child, stay close as the flame within you becomes steady again. I've shown you that I will rekindle the smoldering wick, that I will breathe life into what fear thought was almost gone. Now I want to place a guard around the place where battles often begin. My peace will guard your mind. Not every storm will stop at once. Not every question will receive an answer today. Not every burden will disappear the moment you ask. But my peace can stand inside you before the outside becomes clear. My peace is not fragile. It does not depend on perfect circumstances or perfect understanding. It is the quiet strength of my presence settling at the doorway of your thoughts and saying, fear cannot rule here. My child, your mind has been tired. It has carried conversations that ended badly, possibilities that have not happened, warnings that may not be from me, and memories that still knock at night. It has tried to protect you by thinking ahead, preparing for disappointment, and imagining every way things could go wrong. You called it being careful, but often it became a cage. I do not condemn you for this. I know why your mind learned to run. I know why stillness has sometimes felt unsafe. I know why silence has sometimes felt like something bad is about to happen. But I am teaching your mind a new rhythm. You do not have to chase every thought to prove you are responsible. You do not have to rehearse pain in order to avoid pain. You do not have to solve tomorrow tonight. Grace is here for this present moment. Beloved, peace is not the absence of thought. Peace is the ordering of thought under my truth. It is not an empty mind. It is a guarded mind. It is a mind that hears fear knock, but does not hand fear the keys. It is a mind that feels pressure but still returns to me. It is a mind that learns to ask, Father, is this thought from your light or from my wound? There are thoughts that sound wise but carry anxiety. There are thoughts that sound urgent but carry fear. There are thoughts that sound protective but carry unbelief. Learn to test them with me. If a thought pushes you into panic, pause. If it makes my face seem distant, pause. If it tells you there is no mercy, no way, no hope, no future, pause. My correction may be firm, but it will never bury you in despair. My guidance may warn you, but it will not drown you in confusion. My peace guards by helping you recognize what does not belong. Imagine a watchman at the gate of a city. He does not hate everyone outside the gate. He simply understands that not every visitor should enter. Some voices may pass by, some feelings may rise, some memories may appear, but they do not all receive authority inside the city. In the same way, my peace will stand at the gate of your mind, teaching you what may enter and what must be refused. You may feel a thought without obeying it. You may notice fear without building a home for it. You may remember pain without letting it write your future. Remember my son sleeping in the boat while the storm moved around him. The waves were real. The wind was real. The disciples were frightened because their eyes saw danger. Yet peace was present in the boat before the sea became still. My child, understand this. My presence is not proven only after the storm calms. My presence is already with you while the waves are still moving. Let this comfort you. I am with you before the answer arrives. I am with you before clarity becomes complete. I am with you before your emotions feel steady. Do not wait for the storm outside to obey before you receive peace inside. Bring me the racing thoughts. Bring me the picture your mind keeps creating. Bring me the fear that returns at night. Bring me the question you are tired of asking. I will not shame you for needing reassurance. I will teach you how to rest in me again. My child, sometimes my peace comes like a river deep and wide, carrying your heart into stillness. Other times it comes like one small candle in a dark hallway, just enough light to help you take the next step. Do not despise the small candle. Enough peace to breathe is mercy. Enough peace to wait is strength. Enough peace to answer gently is victory. Enough peace to stop spiraling is my hand upon your mind. Receive the measure I give today, then return tomorrow. My peace is living provision, not a memory you must stretch beyond its grace. Beloved, help your mind remain under my peace by choosing what you keep near. Not every voice deserves access to your attention. Not every message needs your immediate reply. Not every worry needs an argument. Not every opinion should become a seed in your inner garden. Guard the gate with me. Let my word become the sound your mind returns to when the world becomes loud. Speak truth slowly. Father, you are near. Father, you are guiding me. Father, I do not need the whole road tonight. Father, your peace is stronger than this fear. These words become stones beneath your feet when emotions feel like water. They help you stand. They remind your mind that fear may speak, but it is not king. I am also teaching you to release the habit of imagining the worst as a way to feel prepared. That habit has exhausted you. It made you think that if you pictured every danger, you would be safer. But true safety is not found in rehearsing disaster. It is found in abiding in me. Wisdom prepares with peace. Fear prepares with torment. Learn the difference. When you must make a decision, do not rush only because anxiety is loud. Come to me. Breathe. Wait until the inner waters become still enough to reflect my light. I can guide you through counsel, scripture, timing, closed doors, open doors, and quiet knowing. But a hurried mind often mistakes pressure for direction. Let my peace slow you without making you passive. Let my peace steady you without making you numb. Let my peace guard you without making you afraid of life. My beloved child, I am not asking you to control every thought by your own strength. I am inviting you to bring your mind into communion. Again and again, return to me. When a fearful thought comes, return. When memory aches, return. When uncertainty rises, return. This returning is how peace becomes a dwelling place, not only a passing moment. Stay close. My peace will guard your mind, and as your mind becomes guarded, you will begin to understand doubt differently. Doubt will no longer look like the end of faith. It will look like fog that needs my light. In the next part, I will show you that doubt is fog, not the death of faith. My beloved child, stay close as my peace continues to guard your mind. I have shown you that not every thought deserves entrance, and not every fear deserves authority. Now I want to speak to the place where your heart has felt ashamed of questions. Doubt is fog, not the death of faith. Do not condemn yourself because you cannot see clearly. Do not decide that uncertainty means I have left you. Do not believe that trembling questions prove your faith has died. My child, fog does not destroy the road. It only covers the view for a while. Fog does not remove the mountain. It only hides its outline. Fog does not cancel the morning. It only makes the light seem softer until the sun rises higher. In the same way, doubt does not always mean unbelief has conquered you. Sometimes doubt is simply the mist that gathers when pain, waiting, disappointment, and limited understanding meet in the same place. I am not afraid of your fog. I am not offended by your questions. I am not distant from the heart that whispers, "Father, I want to trust you, but I do not understand." Bring that whisper to me. Do not hide it behind words that sound stronger than you feel. I do not ask you to perform certainty before me. I ask you to come honestly. A question brought into my presence can become a doorway. A question hidden in shame can become a wall. Beloved, you have wondered if you are failing because you still ask why. You have wondered if your faith is weaker than others because your heart sometimes hesitates. But I tell you this with tenderness. Faith is not proven only by the absence of questions. Faith is often revealed by where you bring your questions. If you bring them to fear, fear will darken them. If you bring them to bitterness, bitterness will harden them. If you bring them to me, I will teach them to kneel in trust. There is doubt that runs away from me, and there is doubt that reaches for my hand. There is doubt that mocks my goodness, and there is doubt that cries for deeper understanding. There is doubt that chooses darkness, and there is doubt that stands in fog and still calls me Father. I know the difference. My child, the fog often comes after a long road. You prayed, waited, surrendered, and watched. You believed something would change sooner. You thought the door would open differently. You thought the answer would come with more clarity. When it did not, your mind began to ask whether you heard me correctly, whether you missed the sign, whether my timing had passed you by. Listen carefully. A delayed answer is not proof that I did not hear. A hidden road is not proof that I am not leading. A season of silence is not proof that I am absent. The fog may cover what I am doing, but it cannot stop my hand from working. Remember Thomas after my son rose. His grief had been real. His disappointment had been deep. He heard others speak of resurrection, but his heart struggled to receive joy after such sorrow. My son did not crush him for needing to see. He came near. He entered the locked room. He spoke peace. He invited Thomas to bring his doubt into the presence of living truth. Do you see my heart in this? I do not meet honest doubt with rejection. I come into the locked room. I speak peace before explanation. I reveal myself in a way that restores the heart, not humiliates it. So bring me the locked room of your thoughts. Bring me the part of you that still fears hoping again. Bring me the questions that return when night grows quiet. Bring me the ache that says, Father, I have believed before, and still I was hurt. I will not shame you. I will meet you there. My beloved child, do not confuse fog with final darkness. Fog feels thick, but it is temporary. It can make nearby things appear distorted. It can make small fears look large and familiar truths look far away. This is why you must not make permanent decisions while standing inside temporary mist. Do not abandon the path because you cannot see the whole field. Do not throw away promise because today feels unclear. Do not call yourself lost when your Father is still holding the map. When fog comes, slow down. Pray more honestly. Return to what I've already spoken. Take the next faithful step, not every future step. My word is a lamp to your feet. A lamp does not show the whole valley at once. It gives enough light for the place your foot must land. This is mercy. If I showed you everything at once, fear might rush ahead, pride might take control, or your heart might try to carry more than today was given to hold. I guide you in portions because I am teaching you dependence without panic. Beloved, some doubts are born from wounds. When someone you trusted failed, you trust itself began to feel unsafe. When a prayer did not unfold as you expected, hope began to feel risky. When a door closed after you believed it would open, discernment felt uncertain. I see that. I know how pain can speak into faith and make my voice harder to recognize. But pain is not the teacher you must obey. Let me teach you. Let my spirit separate the wound from the truth. Let me show you where disappointment has colored your view of my character. Let me remind you that human failure is not divine unfaithfulness. Let me heal the place where you began expecting me to act like the people who wounded you. I am not them. I am your Father. I am faithful, even when your feelings tremble. My child, you can say, "Father, I believe, help my unbelief." That prayer is not failure. It is honesty reaching toward grace. It is a hand lifted in fog. It is faith refusing to stop speaking to me. Heaven honors that kind of prayer. And while you walk, do not measure faith by emotion alone. Some days faith feels warm. Some days it feels like one quiet decision not to turn away. Both can be precious to me. I see the small return. I see the prayer without feeling. I see the heart that stays near while the mind still asks questions. I cherish faith more than you know. Do not wait until every doubt disappears before you walk with me. Walk with me through the doubt. Let trust grow while questions remain. Let obedience begin with the light you have. Let hope return in small breaths. The fog will not lift because you condemn yourself. It will lift as you remain near to my voice. Stay close, beloved. Doubt is fog, not the death of faith. In the next part, I will teach you how to walk through the fog with me step by step until my light becomes clearer on the road ahead. My beloved child, stay close and take my hand as I speak to the part of you that wants the whole road visible before you move. I have shown you that doubt is fog, not the death of faith. Now I want to teach you how to walk through the fog with me. You do not need to see everything. You do not need to understand every turn. You do not need to feel certain before you obey the light I have given. Fog makes the soul slow down. It softens the outline of things. It makes familiar ground feel strange. But fog is not the same as abandonment. Fog is not the same as danger. Fog is not proof that I have stopped leading. It is an invitation to walk closer. My child, when the view is clear, you may be tempted to trust the view more than my hand. But when the mist gathers and the distance disappears, you learn the nearness of your Father. A child walking through heavy fog does not need to know every road. The child needs the steady hand of the one who knows the way. So take my hand, take it with trembling faith. Take it with honest questions. Take it without pretending your heart feels brave. Say to me, "Father, I cannot see far, but I can stay near. Father, I do not know what comes after this step, but I will not let fear make me turn away from you. Father, guide me slowly and keep my heart soft as you lead." That prayer is precious to me. I am not offended by a slow step taken in trust. I am not disappointed by a trembling heart that still reaches for me. I do not despise the obedience that begins small. Some of the strongest roots of faith are formed when the soul cannot see far ahead yet still refuses to release my hand. Beloved, do not wait for the fog to lift completely before doing the next faithful thing. Many of my children remain standing in one place because they demand full clarity before they obey simple light. They say, "When I understand everything, I will forgive. When I feel ready, I will pray. When the path is obvious, I will surrender." But faith often becomes clear while walking, not while standing still in fear. Take the next step, not the whole journey, not the entire future. Just the next step that my peace is lighting. My word is a lamp for your feet. A lamp does not flood the entire valley with light. It gives enough light for the ground before you. This is not weakness in my guidance. This is mercy. I give you what you can carry. I reveal enough for obedience, not for control. If I showed you the whole path at once, your mind might run ahead. Your fear might imagine burdens not yet assigned to you. Your pride might believe it can manage the future without me. Your heart might try to live tomorrow before receiving grace for today. So I lead you in portions, and every portion invites trust. Remember Abraham when I called him away from what was familiar. I did not hand him every detail. I gave him my voice. He walked because he trusted the one who called. The road unfolded as he followed. His obedience did not begin with full sight. It began with surrender. So it will be with you. Some answers will meet you after you begin walking. Some confirmations will appear on the path, not before the path. Some understanding will come behind you when you look back and realize I was guiding every quiet turn. Do not demand certainty where I am forming trust. Do not demand control where I am giving presence. Do not demand a map when I am offering my hand. My child, walking through fog with me also means refusing the rush of panic. Panic says, decide now, fix everything now, protect yourself from every possible pain now. my spirit speaks differently. My spirit says, come near, breathe, listen, and do the next faithful thing. Ask me that often, Father, what is the next faithful thing? Not every possible thing. Not the perfect thing that removes all risk. Not the dramatic thing that proves your faith to others. The next faithful thing. Sometimes the next faithful thing is rest. Sometimes it is prayer. Sometimes it is silence. Sometimes it is asking forgiveness. Sometimes it is setting a boundary. Sometimes it is waiting without feeding fear. Sometimes it is releasing what your hands have gripped too tightly. Sometimes it is simply refusing to turn an unclear moment into a hopeless story. I will show you. I know how to guide in fog. I led my people through the wilderness with cloud and fire. They did not control the movement. When I moved, they moved. When I paused, they paused. This taught them that guidance was not about their speed, but about their alignment with me. The wilderness looked uncertain to them, but it was not uncertain to me. Your season is not uncertain to me either. Your fog does not confuse me. Your questions do not limit me. Your lack of visibility does not make me lose the way. I know what is ahead. I know what must be avoided. I know what must be strengthened in you before the next door opens. I know which path would drain you, which path would train you, and which path would carry my peace. Trust my pace. Trust my nearness. Trust the step I give. There may be moments when you stumble. Do not call that the end. A child learning to walk through mist may step unevenly, but the Father does not abandon the child for needing steadiness. If you stumble, return to my hand. If you hesitate, listen again. If fear rises, bring it into my presence before it guides you. The path is not lost because one step felt weak. Keep walking with me. This is how fog becomes training. It teaches you to listen more closely. It teaches you to slow down without quitting. It teaches you that spiritual maturity is not always speed, but surrendered timing. It teaches you to stop worshiping certainty and to begin treasuring communion. One day you will look back on this unclear road. You will see protected delays. You will see hidden provision. You will see doors that closed before harm could reach you. You will say, my Father was not absent in the fog. He was close enough to lead me by the hand. Walk through the fog with me, beloved. Do not run ahead. Do not turn back. Take the next step in my presence and let my voice become clearer than the fear around you. My hand will not release you, beloved, while this road feels hidden from sight. Stay close. As you learn to walk with me through uncertainty, I will also teach you to recognize the voices that speak in the fog. In the next part, I will show you how to recognize the voice that accuses you. My beloved child, stay close as I teach you to listen carefully in the fog. I have shown you how to walk with me when the road is unclear. Now you must learn to recognize the voice that accuses you, because not every voice that speaks inside your thoughts comes from me. My voice restores, my voice corrects, my voice leads you toward truth without taking away your identity. The accusing voice moves differently. It does not call you home, it pushes you into hiding. It does not reveal a wound so healing can begin. It presses on the wound until you begin to believe you are only wounded. It does not invite repentance with hope. It surrounds you with shame until your soul no longer wants to lift its face toward me. My child, learn this difference. Conviction says, come closer and let me cleanse this. Accusation says, stay away because you are too far gone. Conviction says, this must change because I love you. Accusation says, nothing in you will ever change. Conviction points to my mercy. Accusation points only to your failure. If a voice makes you believe that I am tired of you, pause. If it makes you believe your weakness is greater than my grace, pause. If it makes you feel that one season of struggle has erased every promise I have spoken over you, pause. My spirit may reveal what is wrong, but he will never erase the beloved name I have placed upon you. You are my child when you need correction. You are my child when you are learning. You are my child when I show you what must be healed. Beloved, the accuser wants you to confuse correction with rejection. He wants you to believe that because I am touching an area of your life, I have withdrawn my love. But a good father corrects because love refuses to leave a child walking toward harm. My correction is not a door closing against you. It is my hand guiding you away from what would destroy your peace. Many accusations arrive quietly. They do not always sound like darkness at first. Sometimes they sound like your own familiar thoughts. You are too late. You are too weak. You have failed too many times. You will never be steady. You are not chosen like others. Your prayers do not matter. Your light is almost gone. Recognize that sound. It carries heaviness without hope. It points backward without mercy. It makes my face seem far away. It leaves you staring at yourself without seeing. My hand. That is not the voice of your Father. Remember the garden when the serpent did not begin with open rebellion, but with a question that twisted, "My goodness." Beneath that question was a lie, the suggestion that I could not be trusted, that my instruction was not love, that what I withheld was proof of my distance. The strategy has not changed. The accusing voice often begins by distorting my heart before it distorts your steps. If you believe I am against you, you will begin to hide from me. If you hide from me, shame becomes louder. If shame becomes louder, lies become easier to obey. So return quickly when accusation begins. Do not sit with it as though it were wisdom. Do not let it build a room in your mind. Bring the thought into my light and ask, Father, is this your voice? Does this thought lead me closer to you or deeper into fear? Does it carry truth with mercy or truth twisted by despair? I will teach you discernment. My son faced the tempter in the wilderness. The enemy tried to twist identity by saying, if you are the Son of God, but my son did not perform to prove who he was. He stood in what was written. He answered with truth, not panic. He did not let temptation define his identity, his timing, or his obedience. You must learn to do the same. When the voice says, if you were truly loved, you would not be hurting, answer with truth. My Father is near to the brokenhearted. When it says, if you were truly guided, you would not be waiting, answer with truth. My Father prepares what he appoints. When it says, if you were truly forgiven, you would not still remember, answer with truth. My Father is healing me, layer by layer. When it says, your story is finished, answer with truth. My Father is still writing. Do not answer accusation with emotion alone. Emotions may be tired, memories may be bruised, feelings may shift beneath pressure. My truth does not shift. Let my word become the sword that separates the lie from the wound, the fear from the warning, the shame from the correction, the enemy's voice from my spirit. Beloved, accusation also tries to make you speak against yourself. It wants your mouth to agree with what I never declared. It wants you to say, I am hopeless, I am useless, I am too damaged, I am forgotten. Be careful with your own voice. Do not use your mouth to repeat the enemy's message over someone I love. Speak carefully over your soul. Speak with humility, but not self-hatred. Speak with honesty, but not despair. You can say, I am struggling, but I am held. You can say, I made a mistake, but I can return. You can say, I feel weak, but my Father gives strength. You can say, I do not understand, but I will not call God unfaithful. This is how you resist. Not by pretending, not by striving frantically, not by punishing yourself. You resist by standing in the truth of who I am and who you are in me. My child, humility does not mean agreeing with lies about yourself. Humility means receiving my truth above both pride and shame. Pride says I need no correction. Shame says I am beyond restoration. Humility says, Father, show me truth and keep me close while you heal me. That is the heart I can guide. That is the heart I can restore. That is the heart where light grows steady again. When the fog is thick and many voices begin to speak, pause before you believe them. Look at the fruit they carry. Does the voice lead you toward prayer, repentance, trust, and hope? Or does it lead you toward hiding despair, self-contempt, and distance from me? By that fruit you will know the source. I am not the voice that buries you beneath shame. I am the Father who lifts your face. I am the shepherd who calls you by name. I am the healer who tells the truth so freedom can begin. Let every false label fall away as my voice becomes the deepest sound within you, steady, clear, merciful, and stronger than the night inside. Stay close, beloved. Recognize the voice that accuses you, and do not let it define you. In the next part, I will teach you to stand in the truth of who you are, because your identity is not built on accusation but on my love. My beloved child, stay close as I speak over your true name. I have taught you to recognize the voice that accuses you, to know the difference between my correction and the shame that pushes you into hiding. Now I want you to stand in the truth of who you are. You are not the name fear gave you. You are not the name failure gave you. You are not the name rejection whispered over you in the night. You are mine. My child, the world has tried to define you by fragments. One season, one wound, one mistake, one relationship that did not know how to love you rightly, one door that closed, one delay that made you wonder if you had been forgotten. But I do not name you by fragments. I name you by my purpose, my love, and the breath I placed within you. You must learn to stand there, not in the opinion that changes, not in the feeling that rises and falls, not in the memory that still aches. Stand in what I have spoken. Beloved, when you do not know who you are, every voice becomes powerful. A careless word can bend you. A silence can make you panic. A closed door can make you question your worth. A delayed answer can make you feel abandoned. But when your identity is rooted in me, the same winds may blow, yet they do not own the ground beneath you. Truth becomes your foundation. Mercy becomes your covering. My voice becomes the deepest sound in your soul. The accusing voice wants you to live like someone always on trial. It wants you to explain yourself, defend yourself, punish yourself, and prove you are still worthy of being loved. But you are not standing before me as a criminal awaiting rejection. You are standing before your Father as a child being restored. Receive this deeply. You are loved while you are learning. You are held while you are healing. You are called while you are still becoming. I am not waiting for a future version of you before I love you. I love you now, and because I love you now, I am shaping you into what I created you to become. Remember Gideon. He was hiding when I called him a mighty warrior. He did not feel mighty. His circumstances did not look mighty. His own words were filled with limitation. Yet my message did not agree with his hiding place. I spoke to what I had placed inside him before he could recognize it in himself. So it is with you. I do not call you by the corner where fear has kept you. I call you by the purpose I placed within you. I do not define you by the dust of the road. I define you by the life I breathe into you. I do not reduce you to what happened to you. I speak to who you are in me. Stand in that truth. When shame says you are too damaged, stand in truth. When comparison says you are behind, stand in truth. When fear says you will always repeat the same cycle, stand in truth. When loneliness says you are unwanted, stand in truth. Beloved, standing in truth does not mean pretending there is no pain. It means pain is no longer allowed to sit on the throne. It does not mean denying your weakness. It means weakness is brought under my grace. It does not mean you never remember the past. It means the past no longer has permission to write your name. You can say, I have been wounded, but I am not ruined. You can say, I am still healing, but I am not hopeless. You can say, I have made mistakes, but I am not abandoned. You can say, I feel afraid, but fear is not my master. These words matter because agreement matters. If you agree with lies long enough, your heart will begin to live as though they are true. If you agree with my truth daily, your soul will slowly return to the ground of peace. Speak my truth over yourself, not as empty noise, but as spiritual alignment. Say, I am a child of God. Say, I am held by mercy. Say, I am being guided. Say, I am not forgotten. Say, my Father is still working in me. Let your mouth stop repeating the accusation and begin repeating what heaven has spoken. My child, your identity is not fragile when it rests in me. It does not need constant applause to stay alive. It does not collapse because someone misunderstood you. It does not disappear because one person walked away. It does not shrink because a season is quiet. Your identity is not built from human recognition. It is built from divine belonging. You belong to me. Before anyone approved of you, I knew you. Before anyone rejected you, I loved you. Before any door opened or closed, I had already placed worth upon you. Beloved, there will be people who continue to see you through the lens of your past. They may speak to the old version of you. They may expect old reactions. They may remember your weakness more quickly than your growth. Do not let their limited vision pull you back into an old identity. Remain gentle, but remain firm. You do not need to fight every misunderstanding. You need to remain faithful to what I am forming in you. Let your life become the evidence over time. Let peace answer what argument cannot. Let consistency speak where explanation would only drain you. There is dignity returning to you, not pride, not hardness, holy dignity. The quiet knowledge that you do not have to shrink to be accepted, chase to be chosen, or perform to remain loved. This dignity will change how you walk, how you speak, how you wait, how you love, and how you leave what no longer carries life. My child, stand in the truth of who you are by returning to me often. Identity is not strengthened by one moment of emotion. It is strengthened by daily communion. Come to me when shame returns. Come to me when old labels rise. Come to me when someone's words disturb your peace. I will remind you again and again until truth becomes familiar inside you. You are not forgotten. You are not discarded. You are not beyond healing. You are not outside my reach. You are mine, and my word over you is stronger than every voice that tried to rename you. What I began in you will not be lost, and what I named in you will not be stolen by the darkness around you. Stand there, beloved. Stand as one covered by grace. Stand as one being restored. Stand as one whose future is held in my hands. The night may speak loudly, but it does not have the authority to finish your story. Stay close. In the final part, I will show you that your story is not finished in the night, because I am still writing with light, mercy, and faithful love. My beloved child, stay close as I speak the final word over the night you have walked through. I have taught you to stand in the truth of who you are, not in the names fear, shame, or rejection tried to place upon you. Now receive this deeply. Your story is not finished in the night. The darkness did not write the final sentence. The wound did not become your ending. The delay did not cancel what I have spoken. My child, night can make everything feel permanent. It can make silence sound like absence. It can make one painful season appear larger than all the mercy that came before it. It can make tears feel like proof that joy has left forever. But night is not the author of your life. Pain is not the author. Fear is not the author. I am the one who holds your story, and I am still writing. Do not close the book while I am still turning the page. Do not bury the seed while it is still growing beneath the soil. Do not call the road finished, because this part of it is dark. Beloved, some of my deepest works begin in hidden places. A seed grows first under the ground. A child is formed in the secret place before the world hears the first cry. Dawn begins beyond the horizon while the sky still looks black. In the same way, what I am doing in you may begin where human eyes cannot yet see. You may see waiting, but I see roots. You may see silence, but I see preparation. You may see endings, but I see places where resurrection will speak. Your story is not finished in the night because I am present in the night. I was there when you cried without words. I was there when your faith felt like a thin thread. I was there when you wondered if you had missed the sign, lost the chance, or wandered too far to be restored. I was not absent. I was near, steady, faithful, and working in ways your tired heart could not yet perceive. Remember the disciples walking toward Emmaus. Their hearts were heavy because they thought the story had ended. They spoke of disappointment, of what they had hoped would happen, of a future that seemed buried. Yet my risen Son was walking with them, while their eyes were still unable to recognize him. He opened the scriptures, he warmed their hearts, he turned a road of grief into a road of revelation. So it has been with you. There were roads where you did not recognize me at first. There were delays where you thought nothing holy was happening. There were closed doors that felt like loss but later would prove to be protection. There were quiet moments when I was teaching your heart to burn again. One day you will look back and see my hand. You will see mercy in the pause. You will see wisdom in the restraint. You will see love in what did not open. You will see that the night did not swallow you. It taught you to recognize my light more clearly. My child, I do not waste the prayers you prayed in the dark. I do not waste the tears that fell when no one saw. I do not waste the small obedience that seemed unnoticed, the quiet forgiveness that cost you deeply the decision to stay near me when bitterness tried to make distance feel easier. Nothing surrendered to me is wasted. Nothing healed by me is meaningless. Nothing carried through the night is outside my redemption. Beloved, the night may have changed you, but it has not conquered you. It may have made you slower, deeper, more careful, more aware of what wounds can do. But I am also making you wiser, softer in the right places, stronger in hidden places, and more discerning about what carries life. You are not leaving this season empty. You are leaving it with roots that the storm could not tear out. You are learning to see. You are learning to listen. You are learning to stand. You are learning that my light does not disappear when circumstances grow dark. Do not despise the quiet dawn. Sometimes a new beginning does not arrive with celebration. Sometimes it begins with one breath of peace, one honest prayer, one gentle desire to hope again, one moment when the old lie returns and you do not agree with it as quickly as before. One small step toward what carries life. That is dawn. That is restoration beginning. That is my mercy moving quietly. My beloved child, lift your eyes. Not because everything is already easy, but because I am still faithful. Not because every question has been answered, but because every question can rest in my hands. Not because every wound has disappeared, but because my healing is deeper than what hurt you. The night does not have the authority to name your future. The past does not have the authority to imprison your soul. The voice that accused you does not have the authority to finish your testimony. I will bring light out of what confused you. I will bring wisdom out of what stretched you. I will bring compassion out of what softened you. I will bring testimony out of what you thought would only be pain. Your life will not only show that you survived, it will show that I remained faithful. There will be light after this. There will be strength after this. There will be clarity after this. There will be a song after this, even if it begins as a whisper. Do not rush the morning. Receive it. Let it rise in you, one faithful step at a time. Let my peace guard your mind. Let my truth steady your identity. Let my spirit keep the lamp burning. Let the signs I place along your path remind you that you are guided, not abandoned. My child, I am not finished with you. The chapter that hurt you is not the whole book. The page that made you weep is not the last page. The night that tried to silence your hope is not stronger than the dawn I command. Do not be afraid if your testimony is quiet at first. A small light is still light. A healed breath is still victory. A returned prayer is still movement. I see beginnings before others see evidence. I bless the hidden places where courage is being born again, and I will keep nurturing what I have awakened within you with gentle mercy and unbroken faithful love. Walk forward with me, softly if you must, slowly if you need, but walk with me. Your story is not finished in the night. It is being carried toward morning by the Father who never released you. I am with you. I am for you. I am still writing, and the light I placed within you will continue to burn, heal, guide, and shine until your life becomes a living testimony that I was faithful through every darkness and every dawn.